Welcome to the Main Money Show, where Wall Street meets Main Street. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, joined today by Jordan Main, president of Main Financial Group, as well as joined by Adam Freund, CRC of Main Financial Group. And to our viewers in the Detroit area, thank you for always tuning in each and every week. We know that you love the information that's being provided, so again, thank you. Today's show is so important. We're going to talk about the difference between, do you have a retirement income plan or do you have a guess? Now, think about this for just a moment. You might be working towards retirement, and you know the one thing that goes away is your paycheck. And so you're going to have to rely on your own income streams, right? And is it going to be enough to create a plan that's going to sustain you throughout your whole retirement years? Well, we're talking about that today. Do you have a true comprehensive retirement plan, or do you have a guess? Thank you for being with us. Jordan, how are you?
I am terrific. What a great topic this is, because think about it. It's the number one concern of retirees. What if I screw up and live too long and outlive my money?
Yes.
The number one concern. But how are you today, Cynthia?
I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. And Adam, how are you?
I'm living the dream. I don't know whose dream it is, but I'm living it.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you're here and you're not AI today, right?
I'm not AI.
I think he gets these out of a dad joke book.
I literally love it. Well, when you think about it, so many people in the audience, they may think that they have a plan just by grabbing that statement out of the mailbox. But gentlemen, we're talking about something totally different. We're talking about having an income plan versus just income, if you will.
Yeah, an income guess.
Yeah, I think it really, the big picture of this whole thing is retirement is all about distribution.
100%.
Right? And so while you're working, you have your what we call your accumulation years, right? You're going up the mountain. I think we've got a slide of a mountain somewhere in there. We're going up the mountain, we're working, and we're earning dollars. Oh, there's the slide. And we're accumulating these buckets of money, 401ks, IRAs, all these different things. And as we get to the top of the mountain, we're very close to retirement. But really, the whole idea behind all of this is getting down the mountain safely, which is distribution. And 99% or probably less, but a majority of financial advisors focus on the left side of that mountain, which are accumulation. And they, as we talk about, just have a guess for retirement. The 4% rule, they call it the modern portfolio theory. Just take out 4% of your assets every year in income, and you'll never run out of money. Well, 2000 and 2010 showed us that that was not true whatsoever. So putting together a actual written distribution plan is not as easy as some people think, but we can show you how to do it.
Again, not a do-it-yourself type of prospect in front of you, right? And you don't really want to handle that. And looking at the statement and relying on an accumulation specialist to figure out, well, I guess you could take 5% of your portfolio out this year or 4%. Or have that phone call with the person, geez, I'm so sorry, we lost 20% in the market.
You can't take anybody out,
I mean, that's not a plan, that's an income guess. And the statement isn't a plan either, right?
No, it's not.
I mean, the ROI, it's a mental shift, an emotional shift as well, going from accumulation to distribution.
Well, ROI is return on investment, isn't it?
Yeah, that's when you're going up the mountain, when you're accumulating. Let's try to grow those buckets. ROI in retirement is now reliability of income. And all of this, how many times do we get asked this question, Adam? What's the number? How much what's my number? What do I have to retire? Is it $1 million? Is it $2 million? Is it $3 million?
And the answer is?
There is no number.
I don't know.
Income really becomes the outcome. And how much can you create out of whatever you do have? Like, we had a gentleman that came in and said, my income plan, I have $2 million, and it can generate $60,000 a year in what we think is an income guess. And I said, well, we might be able to show you how with $1 million, you could generate $80,000. More income on less dollars. Money. So then it really doesn't matter how much you have in total assets. It's about what income that you can guarantee.
Which also frees up the other $1 million to grow. And that becomes, well, we're going to get into that later.
Don't put the cart in front of the horse here.
Wait for the commercial, folks.
I know, because I'm curious now. So how do you turn someone's savings into a structured, reliable income plan? What does the process look like? I'm so curious, Adam.
Well, first of all, if you're coming into our office, we want to get to know you. We call it a discovery meeting. We want to get to know you, understand your wants, your needs, what it is that you, how you expect to live through your retirement, on income? What's your Social Security situation? Do you have a pension? All of this information. And then we put it into this giant pot and we bake it. I'm just joking. We go through a very arduous process to come up with something that we will talk about in a minute, which we've talked about in previous shows, our RIP report.
Okay.
But that happens in the
Well, you
engaged
use
meeting.
all different types, to answer your question, all types of tools and vehicles that have
Correct.
guaranteed income features to them, right? Pensions are guaranteed payments, right? Social Securities are guaranteed payments.
Right.
There's annuities out there we'll get into later in the show that have guaranteed payments. So the idea is that you want a building block, put this whole puzzle together to get the lifestyle that you want. But as Adam said, as he was going on and on about, I don't know what he was going on about, but ultimately, it's all about your income needs. So we have clients right now that have about an $80,000 a year income, and they live their best life in retirement. They are doing everything they want. It fit their budget. They can do. They go to Florida for a few months in the winter. They see their grandkids, all of this. Then we have other clients that have a $300,000 a year retirement. They've got a huge pension from a big publicly traded company, and they're always broke. They spend, and they didn't create their income plan to fit their goals in retirement.
Living within their means either. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
That's interesting. So that's having a well-designed plan. So if you have that, then why do so many people guess about their income in retirement? Why is there a guess?
Well, they're not working with a distribution specialist. Their advisor is an accumulation specialist.
Plain and simple.
And it's a guess. They're going to stumble down that mountain and see if they make it down safely. Like they say in real mountain climbing, over 90% of all the deaths happen on the way down because they don't change their fundamentals and their principles. So working with a firm that specializes in distribution planning like ours is how you get down that mountain safely.
Right. Exactly. I don't have anything to add on that.
Thanks for all that color.
Yeah, that was great. So I also want to talk, before we take our commercial break, obviously, sequence of return risk, market volatility, should that factor into someone's overall plan as well? How does that factor their income?
Yeah.
Adam?
Yeah, absolutely. So the sequence of returns risk is when you're taking the money out of things that are growing at the wrong time. And we actually just found out through I think it was Motley Fool, is that correct?
Yeah.
That they talk about, even in an up year, that there are going to be certain points, certain periods of time during that up year.
I wrote them down.
Oh, go.
How about this?
Talk about it.
This is interesting, Cynthia. And we fact checked this. So in every single year, at any point throughout the year, the market will drop by 5%, 3 different occasions.
Okay.
So an example, if June 1st to June 18th, the market is up 6%, but then by the end of June, the month ended at only up 1%, that means it went down 5, right? It was at plus 6 for the month, and it went down to only plus 1 for the month.
Right.
So even though the markets are up, like in 2025 was a great year for the market, several times during the year, markets went down. So that was 3 times you'll see in every year at least a 5% reduction at some point throughout the year. The 10% reduction happens once in every year. Once. So if you look at it, the month of in 2026, in the month of was it March? There was a time period I think between March and beginning of April, the market was actually down 7%.
Correct.
In that one particular month, right? But when you look at the overall end of the year, the end of the year could still end up. So the idea is that there's volatility throughout the year. And to Adam's point, if you're taking money out of accounts that are all in equities and happen to be down that particular day, you're exponentially depleting your accounts.
Right.
Wow.
Have income provided in other sources, like we talked about, pensions, Social Security, guaranteed income annuities, CDs, things that can spit off income to you, bonds and such.
All right. Well, Jordan, I think people need the opportunity to get ripped. What do you think? We have to take a commercial break. Let's talk about what this is.
Already? We were just getting into it. All right.
I'm sorry.
No, we've got a great offer for everyone watching today. To come in, we're going to give you your own personalized written financial plan, which is so important to have a written plan. We call it our RIP report, R-I-P-T. The R stands for a risk assessment. How much risk are you taking? Meaning, how fast are you driving your portfolio, or slow? But more importantly, how fast or slow do you want it to drive? The I is an income plan, which is today's show, right? Do you have a guess, or is it really a strategic distribution plan? We can put one together for you. The P is the portfolio health. What are you really paying in all-in fees? What sectors are you investing in? How have your returns been? We can show you. The T is my favorite part, taxation. How do you get Uncle Sam out of your pocketbook? We can get you to a tax-free state in retirement. We'll also throw in a copy of our new book from last year, Main Street Millionaire, where how real people build real wealth and keep it. A 300-page financial planning guide. We'll give you a copy if you come in and see us.
And maybe we'll
that.
even throw in the pen.
Ooh,
the
now,
pens are
wait a minute.
nice.
That's getting a little over the top.
Yeah,
Adam.
that's like a wait, there's more type situation.
Exactly.
To our viewers at home, it's time for you to get ripped. How do you do that? You call in to 888-462-7839, 888-462-7839, or simply grab your smartphone and we welcome you to click the QR code at the bottom corner of your screen. We're going to take a very short commercial break. We're talking about having a solid retirement income plan for your future. How do you get that? What are some strategies? Stay tuned.
I started out actually going to college and I was going to be a music teacher. I realized very early on, like at the end of my first semester, that it just was not for me. Fast forward many years later, my parents are educators. My dad quit being a teacher and became a real estate and commercial real estate. And after I graduated college, I decided I would go and work for him. And what I really liked was helping people make money. And I realized that that was more my calling than actually selling real estate. So I ended up getting into the financial advising world. It was a big jump, but it was the fact that I was going to be helping people rather than selling people. And that makes a huge difference in my mind. I have enjoyed it tremendously. When you can tell a client, hey, guess what? You can retire. It's one of the best days of my life right there. It's not about my goals. It's not about my office's goals. It's about their goals. It's their money. We need to educate them in order for them to continue to live in a manner of which they become accustomed. Selling is terrible. Educating, getting people to understand why we need to do it this way and consult with them, that's the way to do it.
Welcome back to the Main Money Show, where Wall Street meets Main Street. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, joined today by Jordan Main and Adam Freund of Main Financial Group. And we're talking about, do you have a true financial plan for your retirement, or do you have a guess? Well, how do you get that plan? We're going to talk about that today in this next segment. So thank you for being with us. And Adam and Jordan, I've heard you use the term paychecks and playchecks in retirement. Can you help the viewers at home understand what is the difference between a paycheck and a playcheck?
Well, before he does this, it is a lot like putting a puzzle together. And I'm going to say, I think I'm one step shy of being a professional puzzler.
Ooh,
right.
Okay.
So
here's $200.
Okay, thank you. We start with the, in puzzling, you start with the edge. You put all the edge pieces together, then you work for, you have different color codes and you work with different things. There's a system and a strategy behind accomplishing the puzzle. Even a 1,000-piece puzzle, which we love. We did a 2,000-piece puzzle at our house the other day. My daughter about lost her mind, but that's okay. So Adam's going to describe to you how we put the building blocks together for a retirement income plan.
Right.
Okay.
So if Randy in our control room would be so nice, there you go.
Yay.
Perfect. Just like his on cue, like we rehearsed this.
He's amazing.
So what we've got there, in our office, we look at your portfolio in 3 different ways. We have market growth, which is in yellow there on your screen. If you notice, we have a line there, and above that line where market growth is, that says risk, right? We know that there can be, you want great returns, you're going to take on great amount of risk.
Yes.
It has the ability to go down. So underneath that line in green, we have safe growth, and in blue, we have fixed money. So what is safe? Well, let's talk about what's fixed money. Fixed money is anything that pushes out income.
Yeah,
so
you start at the bottom and go up, right?
So that's correct. So you've got Social Security, pension, income annuities, CDs, anything that is fixed money that cannot lose because of the market. Okay, so now we look at green. What is green? Green are either covered puts or indexed annuities. They cannot lose value due to market dropping.
So you get a percentage of the upside of growth, but we've got no risk on the downside. So that's why it falls in the protected category.
That is correct. So on the left-hand side there of your screen, you'll see play checks and paychecks.
Yes.
Obviously, in the blue, that's where your paychecks sit. So that's your sleeping at night money, right? I know that all my bills are going to be paid for. My mortgage is going to be paid for.
Okay.
My car is going to be paid for. Whatever life is going to throw at you. If you want to include 2 vacations a year in that, we include 2 vacations a year in that.
Okay.
Everything in the green and the yellow are your paychecks. If the market is down or if it's flat, you're not relying on that money to create a paycheck for you. Instead, you are using that money, as we said, for paychecks. I want a new car. I want to take the more expensive vacation. I want to do one of those river cruises, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Or give money to my kids, my grandchildren. That's why separating those 2 things makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense to me and to you and should be to the viewers.
So that was a
Yes, I love
long-winded
that.
answer to your question, but that is so important to have those building blocks.
Yes.
Right. So now,
Yes.
if there is, we've seen a lot of geopolitical issues over the last couple of years in the market,
Absolutely.
and if the market's down a big amount in one particular month, it doesn't impact your daily living and your income.
Not at all.
I love that. So I have to ask also about a structure, the foundation, if you will. I love how we talked about that earlier. Tools like annuity accounts, other income strategies, do those actually play into building the foundation of a solid retirement plan? I'm assuming it's guaranteed income,
Yes.
right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
When you look at annuities, people ask me all the time, are they good or are they bad? And I say, yes, because some are great
Yeah.
and some are bad. Just like vehicles, if you look at a minivan, a pickup truck, and a sports car, they're all vehicles, right? But they're designed for different people to drive them.
Most definitely.
And if the wrong person, the wrong demographic is driving the wrong vehicle, it's not going to be good for them. Like, parents that have 6 kids don't need a sports car, right? They need a minivan. We can pack them in there. And same thing when it comes to annuities. So there are different types of annuities that actually fit in all 3 of those buckets that we talked about, right?
There are 2 that we stay away from, though.
Yeah.
And that is variable annuities. And in fact, if you have a variable annuity, call us. We will help you.
And when you hear the word variable, that means they can go down in
and down.
value and you lose some benefits
And
there.
lots of fees.
Okay, are
And
those tied to market performance? I didn't want to interrupt
Yes.
you, Adam, but I was just curious when you said that. Is that tied to that?
It's tied to market performance. Inside the annuity, those variable annuities, they use mutual funds. Mutual funds have a cost to them. They have a thing called M&E, mortality and expense rate, and then they have some sort of other management, or you could have
Yeah, so we would never
we
use
never
a
do it.
variable
Never.
annuity into creating a guaranteed income plan, just from a cost standpoint and a risk standpoint, right?
Yeah.
We've got indexed annuities, fixed indexed annuities. We've got income-only annuities. We have guaranteed fixed annuities. Those are some great programs that you would put together. As Adam, you always say, what's the thing about building a house, you say?
Well, you start with the foundation?
No, you say
I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I said the
I think
foundation.
the heat must be getting to him here.
What?
Yeah.
Took the thunder away.
This has been pure whiskey. So, basically, you would not build a house nowadays with just a hammer and a saw, right? You would
True.
use whatever new tool or whatever tool is going to help you build that house in a more modern way.
Yeah.
So don't preclude in your own investment just because someone says to you, oh, we're going to use an annuity in this section. Oh, annuity, those are terrible. No, it's a tool. Just like ETFs, just like stocks, it's a tool for you to use.
But you got to make sure you use the right tool and you understand what tool you are using,
Correct.
right? There's some details.
Yes.
You need to work with an expert firm that knows how to do these type of things, and we can help you with that.
Well, most definitely you can. And I know it's time for us to give the Ripped Report opportunity. I'm going to let you gentlemen take a rest with your voice. To our viewers at home, I'm going to give you this opportunity. The number to call in is 888-462-7839, 888-462-7839. You are calling in today to schedule your consultation to have your Ripped Report customized just for you. Make sure that you have peace of mind in your retirement years. And also, when you come in for the consultation, you'll receive a copy of Jordan's book, The Main Street Millionaire. We're talking today about income in your retirement years. You want to have peace of mind. You want to have a plan that's going to be in place, not a guess. An income plan, not an income guess. We'll be right back momentarily on this very short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. I promise we have more. Stay tuned.
A recent article shared the story of a 63-year-old planning to retire early until the markets dropped. Watching years of his hard work get impacted overnight caused him to rethink everything. It's a scenario more common than you may think. Volatility is a part of investing, but your retirement shouldn't hang in the balance. You need a strategy designed to weather storms, one that blends protection and growth. This can help keep your future on track, no matter what the headlines say.
Welcome back to the Main Money Show, where Wall Street meets Main Street. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, joined today by Jordan Main and Adam Freund of Main Financial Group. And we're talking all about the importance of having an income plan for your retirement, not an income guess. This is not something that you want to take a risk on. You want to make sure that you have a guaranteed income plan. And gentlemen, I know that people in the viewing audience, they love hearing about this information. And from an emotional perspective, I would love to ask, how does this change someone's overall retirement when they have a plan day to day that they can follow?
Yeah, man, that's like probably one of the best things that we do.
Well, what is one of the number one things married couples fight about? Money, right?
Yeah.
And could you imagine working your entire life of 30 or 40 or 50 years and retiring and then not being able to do some of the things that you want to do? And when you have a guaranteed income plan that you cannot outlive, it opens the door to do all these type of things, right?
Yes.
And it relieves all that stress.
Yes.
And you can, whatever it be, if it's grandkids, or we have a lot of clients that are adult Disney people.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, that they want to go to Disney all the time, and they're adults, and their kids are long gone, and it's
That's me.
That's you? Okay.
Well, there you go.
I love Disney, absolutely.
I thought it was a bit of a cult, but I don't think it is.
Oh, no, it's great. It's awesome.
But, you know, when we look at it, we've had clients that have come in and said, I just want the most amount of guaranteed income, max me out, turn the rev limiter up, take all the risk off the table. I don't want any market growth, and I want the most income, and we've got products and programs that we can do that.
Okay.
So everyone is different with what they need and what they want in income. But the people that are just guessing are completely setting themselves up to fail, right? What do they say? A goal without a plan is just a wish.
It's just a wish.
Yeah. And yet there are thousands of people that are watching the show right now that are walking around with a wish that I hope I get through retirement.
Yeah, we don't like
and
that.
I hope the market performs. And I hope interest rates don't go down, because there's a good potential that interest rates are going to go down, which that may affect some other investments that they have.
Right.
Absolutely.
So putting together a written plan is the key.
I think really what it comes down to is we give people peace of mind.
Yes.
And that's what most people want in retirement.
Yes.
They want a peace of mind to know that everything is going to be taken care of in terms of it's not just their income for now, their income for later. What are they going to give to their kids if that's something a goal of theirs? How about long-term care, making sure that's covered? There's all kinds of things that are out there. Again, not to harp on the DIY, the do-it-yourself investor. And you know, there are people out there that have been very lucky. Let's just call it that.
Well, the market's performed great over the last 20 years,
right? Even some might argue 25 years, right?
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is that when you're going into retirement, you want that peace of mind. You want to feel that everything is being taken care of, and that's what we do best. It is absolutely 100% what we do best.
I love that. And obviously, once you know that your guaranteed needs are being met, I know a lot of people in the audience are probably thinking, well, I want more growth. I want to take a little more risk. Does that allow someone to take more risk once their needs are met? Can they play with their portfolio a little bit more?
Well, I think absolutely opens the doors, right?
100%.
Because you know you've got your guaranteed minimum income that will pay all your bills that you live on day to day, right?
Correct.
But now that opens up the opportunity to say, well, we can get more aggressive. We can go into some crypto things. We can go into real estate speculation, other things that they may want to do. I'm a big believer, though, that of the phases in retirement. And I know we don't have a ton of time left, but you know, it isn't just a linear line. You've got to create different levels of income for different stages of retirement. It isn't just, okay, you retired and you run off into the sunset, right? And we call it our 3 phases, right? Our first phase is our
go-go years.
Go-go years, the honeymoon years. you just retired, your honeymoon in retirement, we call it. You're traveling, you're doing all the things that you haven't
You've
really
never
done.
been younger than
and
you
so
are
there's
today.
a lot of need for income there.
Correct.
We also have to bake in inflation. We can't just have a stagnant linear line. It's got to go up. The next third in retirement is
The slow-go years.
slow-go years. We're not doing as much traveling. Maybe grandkids are coming to see you now, but we still are doing some pickleball and some other things that we play some golf.
Pickleball.
And then the last third is
The no-go years.
the no-go years, where we've got a lot of need for healthcare costs and things that may come up. So different levels of income are needed for different phases of retirement.
Can I say one other thing too?
I guess.
Okay, I appreciate that. The bottom line is this. You don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yes.
And the people that have all of their eggs up above in that market, that yellow box that we showed about, that is something that your father and your grandfather and your grandmother and your mother told you, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yes.
You have to have a plan to make sure that you're not doing that, but it gives you the freedom to then grow that top bucket.
Right.
I
And
love
when
that.
when you're not working with an independent investment advisor, when you work with a captive stockbroker, you're not going to have all the available tools that are out there to really construct a back to the puzzle that we started the show with. Start with the
Yes.
outside edges, then build the different blocks that all come together. And when you work with an independent advisor, we hope it's us, but if it's not us, don't go to a big box firm. I hope they don't sue me for that, but I'm not going to name anyone individually. But there's so much more value to going to an independent advisor.
Most definitely. And Adam and Jordan, it's time for us one more time to talk about the RIPT report. What are people calling in for? Talk about that consultation and, of course, your book, please.
You have 2 meetings out of your life for anyone. This is our offer today. Call in and come in and see us. We've got offices around Metro Detroit. We'll do a personalized, customized, written financial plan. So we'll treat you like one of our clients for 2 meetings. We hope to impress you. And the RIPT report, RIPT, will get your risk in line. We'll get a guaranteed income plan, which we talked about today. We'll make sure your portfolio is healthy, low cost, and we'll get Uncle Sam out of your pocketbook. The book, Main Street Millionaire, is a 300-page financial planning guide that goes with the RIPT report and ties in a lot of the same things we've talked about here today. So give us a call, click the QR code. We'd love to see you.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for another amazing episode. To our viewers at home, thank you for spending time with us today on The Main Money Show, where Wall Street meets Main Street. That number to call in is 888-462-7839, or simply grab your smartphone and click on the QR code at the bottom corner of your screen. When it comes to retirement, it should not be an income guess. It should be an income plan. Be safe, be happy, and be blessed. We look forward to seeing you back here 1 week from today. Take care. See you soon.